nursing really has evolved so much. There are 3 different ways to become a registered nurse in the UK. First of all, that is amazing. You actually have to decide before you apply what field of nursing you want to do. A fantastic entry route into the nursing career. And welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Zara and I'm a registered nurse working in the UK. If you're new here, welcome. I like to refer to this channel as a wonderful space where I talk about nursing and everything to do with nursing. Welcome, everyone is welcome here. Today's video is a highly requested video that I know a lot of you have been wanting me to do for quite some time. Today I'm going to be breaking down key pointers on how to become a registered nurse in the UK. This is going to be aimed at those of you who are currently UK residents and you're looking to go into the career, and also those of you who are perhaps practicing nurses already in your own country and you're looking to make the move to the UK and practice nursing here. The information shared in this video can be accessed easily online. So any useful links or any resources, I will leave them in the description box down below so you can access them yourself. And if you do have any further questions, I will try my best to answer. Of course, I do not have the answers to everything, but wherever I can kind of help, I can either point you in the right direction or, to the knowledge that I have, try and help in some way. So without further ado, let's get started. So it's very important to start off and talk about the NMC. This stands for the Nursing and Midwifery Council. All nurses in the UK belong to the Nursing and Midwifery Council. To work as a registered nurse in the UK, you must have a degree and you must be on the register of the Nursing and Midwifery Council. If you are not on the NMC register, then you do not have the rights to practice in the UK. So that's really important. You can find more information about the NMC on their website and you'll find a whole bunch of resources related to registration and of course all important NMC code of conduct. Now let's move on to actually how can we get onto the NMC register both as a UK resident and also as an overseas nurse as well. So in order to practice as a nurse in the UK, you will of course need to complete some form of training. If you are interested in completing your training in the UK, then I have good news for you because there are 3 different ways to become a registered nurse in the UK. First of all, that is amazing. I really can't think of any other healthcare profession that has this many accessible routes to getting into the career. So really, it's all about finding the right one that's for you, and I'm going to break that down now. So the first route, and I guess this is the traditional route, this is also the route that I took, and that is applying directly to a university and getting a nursing degree. There are 2 types of degrees. 1, the undergraduate degree, and 2, the postgraduate degree. The BSc undergraduate degree typically takes 3 to 4 years depending on the type of university, and a postgraduate degree is completed usually in less than 2 years depending on the university. In the UK, our structure is a little bit different than some other countries. Rather than doing a general nursing degree, you actually have to decide before you apply what field of nursing you want to do. So this includes adult nursing, pediatric nursing, mental health nursing, and learning disability nursing. There are some universities that offer dual degrees, so perhaps if you're in 2 minds about 2 subsections such as adult and mental health nursing or adult and children's nursing, then there are these degrees available. You just have to do your research to find which universities offer those kind of courses. When you're applying for an undergraduate degree, do look at the specific university requirements because it can vary. It may ask for a different range of qualifications that you have or you may be working towards. Some universities may want you to take specific subjects. Some universities may only accept a certain type of qualifications. Find the individual university requirements on the actual university websites themselves. If you are overseas, then you can actually look to do your training in the UK via an undergraduate, but of course make sure you have a look at the individual university requirements. So the postgraduate degree is usually aimed at those who already have an undergraduate degree, and you can actually use that to apply to university as well. The postgraduate degree is also an accelerated version of the undergraduate degree, so this is actually ideal for those of you who want to actually complete your training over a shorter period of time. The same rules apply for postgraduate degrees. You need to check individually with every university requirements. Some university requirements may involve you actually completing clinical hours beforehand. They may ask you to do certain examinations. They may even ask you to submit essays. Every university is different, so again, do make sure you check. A second route into nursing is applying for a nursing degree apprenticeship. This involves you completing nursing training, but also getting paid at the same time. You can apply for any national apprenticeship as long as you meet the following criteria. You are above the age of 16, you are living in England, and you are not in full-time education. To apply for a nursing degree apprenticeship, you will need to apply either directly to an employer via their trust website, or you can even apply via the government.co.uk website. Nursing apprenticeships, and I guess all apprenticeships, will also be attached to some sort of education institution or college of some kind. So you will most likely be attached to a university when you apply for your apprenticeship. So you've got this nice balance of working as well as still attending university for many times in a week or in a month. I'm not too sure on the exact figures of salaries because of course this will be dependent on the employer and what they're willing to offer as part of the apprenticeship post, but at the very least you will be entitled to the UK national minimum wage, holiday pay, and of course your own individual employee rights. And then the third entry route into nursing is the Nursing Associate Program or the Trainee Nursing Associate Program. I think this program is brilliant. Like, what a fantastic entry route into the nursing career. This program is a fairly recent program that was developed to support individuals who have been working in healthcare for a very long time, either as a support worker or a healthcare assistant, and paving a way for them to actually train and become qualified registered nurses. The training actually involves a foundation degree completed over a 2-year period. Within that 2-year period, you'll be attending university, you'll be completing assignments, and you will also be attending placements to gain your clinical hours. After the 2-year period, you will then have the option to complete further training in order to get your UK registration. To become a nursing associate, you typically will need to secure a position first as a healthcare assistant or a support worker, and then you can liaise with your line manager about progressing into a nursing associate role. This is of course dependent on your employer and if they are willing to of course offer the course as part of your further training. If you're an overseas nurse and you have already completed your training in your home country, then in order to practice nursing in the UK, you are required to complete at least a 3-year nursing degree. So a 2-year diploma or training is not recognised as eligibility for the NMC registration. There are also a number of entry tests and other bits of information that are required as part of your overseas application, which I will go into a little bit more information. If you're applying to complete your training in the UK, then there are a number of competency tests that you will need to complete. This typically includes a maths and English test, a number of different aptitude/competency type tests, and typically also an interview of some kind. For example, use myself as an example. I received an offer and to go into the next stage of my application, I then had to go and complete an English and maths test. I wouldn't say you had to necessarily revise for these tests. It's really just a series of general English questions and some general maths questions. The competency test varies. What I had to do was a clinical based scenario type assessment, what I would do in different situations related to patients, related to families, if I was talking to different members of the MDT. I also had to do a personality test. Yeah, which is quite interesting. I guess the university wants to know that you are in fact someone who fits in line with the nursing core values, you know, the 6 C's and so on. So the personality test really is just a series of statements and you're kind of telling them what you would do in those situations. Again, you can't really revise for those things. Like, you can't really revise for a personality test. You just answer honestly. I in fact did a group interview, so there were probably about 10 other people in the room and the interviewers at the front. They would ask us questions as a whole group, and then they asked us individual questions as well. Some universities might do one-to-one interviews, some might do virtual interviews. Again, it's just dependent on what they decide to do. Now, for overseas nurses, you also will need to complete a series of competency tests as part of your application process. So this includes the computer test examination, also known as CBT, an English language test, and of course the all-important OSCE examination. I wouldn't be able to answer specific questions relating to each of these tests because I have not sat the test. However, I have in fact done a separate video on preparing for OSCE exams, which you can find on my channel. So if you want to kind of get some tips on preparation, then do check out that video. References. References are very important. If you're applying directly to a university or to an apprenticeship, then you will typically need at least one reference from your college or school. If you're currently working, then of course you'll most likely need a reference from your current employer. If you are an overseas nurse, you will need references from your current employers and also from the institution where you got your nursing degree from. So these are very important pieces of information as part of your application process into becoming a registered nurse. It's also really important to note that you will need to do something called occupational screening or health tests. You will need to be registered with a general practice, or if you are an overseas nurse, then you will need to be able to obtain relevant medical health records as part of your application process. Nursing really has evolved so much. Like, I can't think of any other healthcare profession that offers this many entry routes into the field. You really just got to find the one that's right for you and right for your current situation or how you would want to train and of course get your registration in the end. I really hope that this video has provided good insight into how to become a registered nurse in the UK. For more videos relating to nursing life here in the UK, then do check out my UK nursing playlist, or even check out some of my fabulous vlogs where I take you guys with me to work and you see what I get up to as well. Remember to give this video a like, leave some comments down below. Do make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can stay updated on all the videos that I post. I will see you guys in my next video. Take care and stay safe.